Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is your guy Keenan Lambert, and in this video I'm here in the back alleys in La Habana where the real people live. And we're just chilling, we're having fun. And you know, maybe I might go and buy something to eat for them. I don't know, we're just chilling, having fun, and talking shit, okay? Here we are. Let's do it.
No quiero nada, no quiero nada. Oye, que la botella me llama. Te extraño, estoy solo. Sin ti yo no quiero nada. Mi consuelo se me escapa. En el fondo de otra copa, mi negra. Ay. Te extraño, estoy solo. Sin ti yo no quiero nada. Me dicen que soy vago y eso lo hago por no poder aguantar.
When you come to Cuba often enough, you realize that there's so many layers to the society here. I feel like you need a good 5 visits to get to the center of the thing.
Es la dueña de la cafetería.
Hola, qué bonita.
Saluda,
Mira.
saluda.
Hola.
Es la dueña de la cafetería.
Yeah.
Habana Boulevard se llama.
For those of you who have yet to meet her, Gladys is my mom here on San Rafael Boulevard.
Look who I found. Okay, Gladys, the famous.
Mis amigos bellos, qué rico, qué alegría. Qué alegría me has dado.
¿Cómo está?
Bien.
Bien.
Mucho frío.
Frío, sí, frío, pero...
Let's go visit Mama G's people.
Yeah, it's in these sections that the real people live. Deep in cuts. Longer than this one.
Since the crash of the Soviet Union, Cuba hasn't had those same subsidies that they could base their society off of. Proper socialism has been long gone here for a couple of decades now. Feeding a family in this sort of environment gets a little bit complicated. Nutrition becomes complicated.
Es viejo. No.
Much like many modern developed societies, aka westernized nations, Cuba provides its citizenry with a food voucher system, or free food essentially for each family. Since the government of Cuba has become increasingly poor, these subsidies have all but dried up, disappeared. At this point, only a few items remain claimable. Shortages in Cuba is the name of the game. 1 month they might have rice, the next month, not so much. 1 month they might have sugar, the next month, not so much. One day you might have electricity and the next day you don't. That's Cuba. Cubans are left to look out on the free market for things which they can barely afford. The westernized world was exposed to this during the pandemic, and what happened? We started hoarding toilet paper. I'll never forget that one.
No.
You see, my Cuban nephew, he's a whole brat. He thinks he's going to the Cuban national team. When he's not at school, he's in the streets with his friends, playing stickball or soccer or something of the sort. That's the kind of childhood that I remember. He's not one of these antisocial iPad types.
So this is why I don't have any, okay? I'm just here in Cuba, enjoying the experience from a third person's perspective. I don't have any yet, I want some, but not like this. No, I see. You know, here in Havana, we party, we have a lot of fun, but also, you gotta respect the locals as well. Okay, a lot of the times, you know, people are low-key hungry and they're not gonna tell you flat out. So, I'm gonna be the good tourist and let's buy them some local pizza. It's not New York, it's not Philadelphia pizza, it's not Chicago, but it's something. ¿No te gusta?
Sí.
Tú tenías hambre, ¿no? Sí. Porque tú estabas comiendo como que tú no le gusta. ¿Ah? ¿Tú no tienes hambre?
Sí.
¿A qué sabe?
¿Sabe? Pollo.
Pollo. ¿Y tú?
Bueno, voy a probarlo ahora.
Okay.
Mira, bocha. Pollo.
Sí.
Rico. Pollito, del que no se hace años, del que no se ve naranja al spray. ¿No quiere pollo?
No, no, no puedo comerlo aquí. Sí, no me gusta.
Lo mejor que hay.
Cubans eat a lot of chicken and pork. Fish is just a little bit expensive for the average Cubano. Imagine living in a protein-deprived island where you're surrounded by protein that you can't access due to structural inefficiencies. And my Cuban little sister here.
You should get a Nina instead of a Centro Havana girl. They're not gonna take your money, just gonna love you, you know? Like, gosh.
The best food I've had in Cuba is in her house, prepared by her mom, who's actually low-key kind of cute. Despite the poverty, they still have decent enough appliances here.
No, cómetela. Cómetelo. ¿Lo botó?
And meanwhile in Jamaica, depending on the family, despite our appliances in the countrysides of JA, there's no comparison between Cuban food and Jamaican food. None.
No, you don't know for real. See, we have secret English speakers here in Centro Havana. Yeah, okay. Amiga, what is your name? ¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas?
My name is Amaya.
Amaya. And Amaya, how old are you?
I am by thank you.
Huh? No, ¿cuántos años tú tienes?
Yo sé. No, te dice así.
19.
¿Cómo te dice? ¿Cómo te dice?
19.
I am
19?
18 years old.
You're 19 years old. Okay. So boys, okay, she's of age. Ella es legal, okay. Ella está buscando un novio de Estados Unidos. Okay.
Sí, a mí sí, porque yo sí estoy buscando.
Sí. Okay. So,
Yes.
yes. No, ¿qué tú prefieres? ¿Mujeres? ¿Qué tú prefieres?
Hombres.
Mujeres no.
No,
Hombres. Yeah. So, see, all you gotta do is just give them a little bit of makeup, throw a nice little dress on them, and they're perfect, okay? Perfect. You take them out to dinner, la cena? ¿Te gusta la cena? ¿Sí?
Todo lo que dijiste.
Okay. Yeah, and we got bad men here on the ground, still going on. Yeah, you alright? Yeah. Right. ¿Qué tú prefieres? Morenos, mulatos o blancos?
No, mira, moreno, prieto, blanco. Los blancos, ¿qué se llama?
Chiquito. Dime otra vez.
Blancos no, morenos.
Sí. Boys, is this the truth? Is she lying? Let me know in the comments below. See. Gentlemen, you see all of this natural hair? Mira. See, your sons and daughters, right, will have this beautiful natural hair. Okay, she's ready for connection. Okay, this is Cuban romantic connection right here. Okay. Yeah.
This is R-rated.
No hay dinero.
Uh-oh.
No hay dinero, Mónica.
Wow.
Ay, no hay fiesta, no hay dinero, no hay comida. ¡Uy, sugar! ¿Y qué? Por favor.
So boys, you see, you have all these beautiful women here sitting in the house. They can't afford to go out and go have fun, right? And here she is, right? Here she is waiting for you, right? But you boys are at home. You don't want to come to Cuba. Venga a Cuba.
Oh shit! You live me some color. You live me some color, baby.
Now, the brothers that are coming to Cuba, or that low-key live in Cuba, will never meet these young ladies because they're going about their business, going to school and work, not really interacting with tourists. And those, my friend, those are the ones that you want if you're in the business of picking. Despite the slackness in the culture, Santeria is big in Cuba.
Son santos, ¿sabes qué es eso?
This Oshun.
Este es mío, es de Maya.
Yamaya?
De Maya.
Okay.
O Batalá.
Obagala.
O Batalá. Y la caja fuerte. La caja fuerte.
Pero este.
Chango.
Chango.
¿Y la caja fuerte?
Tu abuela es Chango, ¿no?
Sí.
Sí.
Y este también es Chango. Este también es Chango. Y este es la caja fuerte. ¿Cómo que se llama este?
San Lazaro is also important for the Cuban people here. Now, does that sound like Spanish to you? Yeah, it shouldn't.
Ustedes pueden hablar en este idioma de Yoruba. ¿Tú puedes?
Yo no.
Aquí hay más alto.
Sí. Sí.
Allá arriba esos no son santos. Los santos son estos que son los que tienen su
Sí, pero por allá arriba hay un tres chango.
Hay 3 Chango arriba.
No, hay 2.
Hay uno. Ok. Interesante. So apparently there aren't any powers within the religion to allow you to entrap the one that you love. Yeah, that's what I'm understanding here. Or maybe they're lying to me. Maybe just with a piece of hair, you know, they'll take you and then you turn to zombie. I don't know.
¿Te lo diste a Laura?
No, a la capa.
A la capa.
¿Quieres picante? De los
Chango
animales.
es, lo puedo escribir yo que soy el Chango. Dale, Chango es el santo más lindo, porque es más lindo, el rey, o sea, el todopoderoso.
Chango es el rey de los animales.
Carlos, viejo. El animal que lo representa.
No matter how far I go in life, or with this YouTube thing, Centro Havana is always going to occupy a special place in my heart. Vedado has never been it for me. Being in these streets is kind of like a soul reset, at least for me. Inevitably, some of you will opt for the comforts of Vedado, which is okay, it's just not my thing.
No te me escondas, mamá. Tal vez te fuiste a fumar. No te me escondas, mamá. Tal vez te fuiste con tu marido a otro lugar. No te me escondas, mamá. Conmigo solo quisiste coquetear. Mamá. Te mando un texto y no me quieres contestar. Mamá. Ingrata.
This is the only place I'll eat chicken in Cuba, not including Alina's house. The flavor is alright, and the biggest thing is that it will not give me diarrhea.
So she says she likes brothers, so I brought her a brother.
La luz que no te deja ver bien atrás.
Sí, oh, la luz. Oh, porque soy negro. She asked her
If
brothers.
you're gonna risk it all in Cuba, make sure it's one of these smart little university types. One that sits at a 5 or 6, that you can dial up to an 8 or a 9 with makeup, with a little bit of hair gel, and ting and ting. The better pick is initially the one that does not want you.
I'm doing God's work, I think.
I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. And book that flight. Stop playing.
Que si se va.